back. We're gonna start on the next step of creating our character for rigging. So I actually finished all the bits and pieces of the character breakdown on this character. I kind of want to walk through all the parts and what I did, and then I'll talk about how we're going to arrange, or how I ended up arranging things on my notes. So starting up with the bangs, okay, we split it into 5 different pieces. And then I have my hair piece that goes around the whole head, the sideburns, the pigtails. All right. When I went to arrange them to make sure they're in the same spot, I realized, hey, the comps are not quite getting me there. So I ended up grouping the sideburns into a comp and the pigtails into a comp. And these, the hair front comp, which is the sideburns, I ended up moving that to the head comp. So that's stuck on the head by itself. And then with the pigtails, since they're behind the head and the body, I needed to move them behind both those things. So this comp ended up hooking into the upper body on the bottom. So you might find, as you're trying to arrange these things to make it look like it's in some kind of order, that you may need to move some stuff around, and that's okay. Do not be afraid to make more comps if you need them. Do not be afraid to make, adjustments. This is a custom character. We're not following a specific rule set. I wanted to give you guys that choice. So that's what we're working on. For the most part, the eyes, they went in the correct spot. Let me go over those. Got my eyebrow, the eye, the pupil. Actually, let's zoom in here. Eyebrow, eye, pupil. And then on the other side, we got my nose. For the nose, I ended up using a stroke tool to fill in the gaps so that I could have a colored shape for the nose, for moving it around the screen. If I needed to do that, it may just stay put. The mouth. Okay, we've got the ear R, which I ended up having to put on the upper body comp as well. So that's, the comps really are a way to help you organize stuff. And I'll show you why we want to do separate comps as we go further. There's the ear. So the head I split up into 2 pieces, just in case I needed to animate the chin separate for emotions. Okay, we got the neck. It looks like a bean. Torso bit. I left some room on the shoulders, so for when I rotate the arms, it doesn't, we have something behind there. My upper arm included that bell sleeve. The lower arm included part of the glove, and then the hand. So I could have separated out this glove piece, but I didn't want to, because I just wanted the gloves to not, they don't really move. They're not super wiggly. If this was a different type of glove or different character, I might have approached that differently. In fact, they do on the Toon Boom version of this. Okay. Other side, I just copy and pasted from the inside of the drawing node to help with that. The hips are their own separate thing, kind of behind the legs. Okay, so we got the thigh. She's got really long legs. Lower leg. Actually, I may adjust the way the hips work just for that reason. And then the foot. So you never know how it's going to work until you start messing with it. Okay, so I've got all those pieces and they are arranged how I want them. Again, you may have to move stuff around on comps. Something I forgot to mention. Well, gee, Miss Cleveland, how do you move these up and down the order? So these, the way that the squares are arranged from left to right, are the order in which they are in the timeline. Of course, we don't have it open, so we can't see that. So if I move stuff around on here, you will notice that the order changes. Okay, So if you are needing to move orders around, just grab those little squares and move them. All right, I'm gonna pop back into the video. All right, so the next step after that is we probably want to start patching these. So if I go back to the camera, these overlap bits, there is a way that we can patch them so that it covers up this line here. It uses the line, the color underneath to patch up the line, like, so it's really nice. But in order to do that, we need to make sure that we are using our color layer. So just a real quick thing on that. Let me turn this off. We can look at only the color, like, drawing view. So right now this is all my lines. Now you may have colored it already, which is fine, because we can just take the chunks of color that you filled, cut them from the line layer, and go to color and paste them. So I did that here already. Okay, so I went to, let's just look at that. This looks really cool with all the lines though. Let's just use Pigtail or Bang 1. Okay, so this had color in it. And what I did was I clicked on the color, did Command X to cut, went over into my color layer, and did Command V to paste. Okay, so you're going to do that. Now, you don't necessarily have to do that with every single one of these, but I feel like it's good practice to do so. It's especially important to do this on things that have overlapping joints, like our hands and arms. Okay, so just go ahead, and it just takes a minute. Go through your hierarchy, or go through your drawing layers, and cut and paste the color into the color layer. Now, if you haven't colored it yet, okay, that's great. Simply go to your color layer and do all the colors there. Okay, make it easier on yourself. Okay, now if you want to see everything together, you need to click on this eyeball. Otherwise, it'll only show you separate layers. Okay, so that can make or break you. Not really make or break you, but that could cause problems if you're not careful. I just noticed a mistake that I made. I'm gonna turn light off. I'm gonna go to the ear R. Ear R. That's I. Ear R. There was a piece that didn't make it to the color layer. So let me turn that off. I'm gonna select that, say Command X, go to my color layer, Command V. Okay, that's why that looked funny earlier. Okay. So I know it's not like a straight on demo, but at this point we've done enough Toon Boom that I think that you are able to do this, that you are more than capable. Okay. And if you're like, oh God, I don't know, I'm not. You can go back and look at other videos or other tutorials. That's not what I'm covering here. Okay, so I'm gonna end that video there and move on to auto patching in the next one.